creativity and ambition will just be drained out of me. Good morning. Ooh, it looks so red. I think I was scratching it a little while ago. Man, am I having like a reaction to something? Anyways, I need to talk. I thought about doing this yesterday. I didn't. And then I don't want to talk about it for too long because I don't want to depress anyone. And I know that's not entertaining, but in less than 24 hours, I am supposed to check into my dorm, which means in less than 20 hours, because it's at least a 5-hour drive, I need to leave, which means I have to have everything packed. I've got to go shopping, I've got to get my hair cut, which also might mean seeing a new hairstyle today. But that's not important. I don't know if going is necessarily the right thing, and I don't know or think that it's the wrong thing. Like, okay, for one, my financial aid is not technically completely processed, and so I could get up there, and then they totally screw me over, and then I have to come right back anyways. And then, how can I word this? For months, my family, specifically my mom, but pretty much all of my family has been trying to, they haven't been trying, but they've been making me feel guilty. And especially now. My mom is just so depressed. My sister is in denial and then anger at the same time. And then my niece is very depressed about it. And then apparently my sister very sadly talked to my mom, and then my mom asked me to consider waiting a year until they could all get therapists or something because she was afraid my sister would commit suicide. I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. But I can't stay. This is how I've been looking at it. Okay. I've been worried for about a week, or I don't know, I've been worried about a month, I guess, that the financial aid wasn't working out. So, when I was pretty sure that I was not gonna be able to go, I started, trying to think of backup plans. And one was to make a movie, because I've always wanted to make a movie. And before any of this, my plan was to spend while at college, write a movie, and then next summer to film it. And, get money, try and raise money on Indiegogo or Kickstarter, and I know that's difficult, but I mean, I've got nothing else to, anyways, and so, my backup plan was to try and do that, get a job, but try and raise the money, and then when I raise the money to do that. And so I was coming up with ideas and what movie and all this kind of stuff. And then I came up with some like web series that I could do if I could get funding also, and all this type of stuff. Even came up with some random ass jobs which would require more like some startup investors and a loan. Totally non-video related. I'm talking about like a Napa auto parts store. And that might sound crazy if you know me or don't know me. It probably still sounds crazy, but to be fair, where we live, we're like, this part of town, it's not really town, it's county, but this part of the county is like developing, and there's a lot of people moving in, and there's some stores coming up, but not that many, not that quickly. So if we need an emergency auto part, we would have to go probably at least 10 miles. We have like a tire shop, which is owned by a douchebag as far as I'm concerned. But we don't have any auto parts stores. We have a hardware shop, but I don't think they have anything like that. And then we're also right by the interstate, so that would actually work really well, because then you'd get people on the interstate, I-95, so that's like 85 million people a day, or a year rather. That would be a lot a day. A year, 85 million a year pass by, so there would be people who break down and need an auto part. And as far as I know, in this county, there is not an auto parts store directly off of off of the interstate. So, but anyways, so I had all these ideas and plans, and this is probably about to cut off, and I'm gonna have to. So I came up with all these ideas, and then I found out that I probably could be able to go to my college in Atlanta and far away from here. So, and then my mom asked me to consider staying less than 12 hours ago, I think. Well, no, it's been over 12 hours now, but. And the problem is, here's how I'm seeing it. If I stay here, they'll all be happy, which is good. I won't necessarily be happy. I'll end up getting a job, or I'll try to get a job. I've never had one, and every time I try, I don't get hired, so I'm clearly not hireable. I'll try to get funding for like a movie or something, but except for a few friends who I really don't see that often, like the last time I saw them was the day before my birthday. I ran into them at Walmart. That was over a month and a half ago. But I would try, but I don't know where I was going. I got distracted on the friend thing. I have those friends. I'm sure they would help me if I hung out with them. They would like try and help me pursue film or something, YouTube, because we've been like, one of them I've been talking to since my senior year about doing like YouTube together and like collaborating on YouTube. Neither of us have successfully done anything on YouTube. I've been vlogging on and off since then, but on this channel and that channel. And I did, after I graduated high school, before I started college, I took a year off. Well, yeah, mostly I took a year off. And I did do some videos on one of my channels, but and I don't even know how to use the software anymore for the video, because it was like the cartoon software. But anyways, I feel like if I stay in this town, all of my creativity and what is it? Creativity and ambition will just be drained out of me until I'm going to work. I'm going to bed depressed. Work, bed, work, bed. That is not the life I want. But then it's like, I go to Atlanta. I go to college. I spend 3 years well, I would be doing YouTube and hopefully movies, but I'd be so consumed with college that I wouldn't necessarily have time to pursue my dreams. And I realize college is supposed to be a step to get you to your dreams. But then there's also like sorry, shaking. The tons of people, well, not tons, but the people who are insanely successful who either didn't even go to college or who dropped out of college. Like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates dropped out, Mark Zuckerberg. You notice I don't have a very long list of film role models that I know of. There's plenty of them, I'm sure. Half of Hollywood didn't even go to college. But, so there are tons of people who dropped out of college and are now some of the richest people in the world. But I kind of feel like if I don't have creative people around me like I would at the college, because I would be a film major and I'd be around other film majors, I feel like if I don't have them, I will just not be able to keep up my creativity and get to that step where I'm insanely successful. I'm gonna stop now because I took this from where I started to a completely different place. I didn't really even want it to be half as long as it was. I'm gonna try and cut some of it down, but hopefully I'll go shopping later, or at least get my hair cut because I am sick of this hair. If you have any advice or a similar situation or anything that could help, let me know in the comments below. I should know whether I'll be here for the rest of my life or there long before you'll even see this, but it will still help.